of ellipse this x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1 is of varying thickness, and the thickness at any point being proportional to the product of distance of that point from the major and minor axes. We need to find the coordinates of the center of gravity of the plane. So what is given to us? A plate in the form of a quadrant of ellipse is given to us, right? And its thickness is proportional to the product of the distance of the point from the major and minor axis. This is very important. So let OAB be the quadrant of the ellipse x square by a square plus y square by b square equal to 1. Taking this distance OA to be as A and this distance OB to be as B. Let's take the point on the plate B as P, which depends upon x and y. Let the distance from this axis be x and the distance from this axis be y, and let this be delta y and this be delta x. And it is given to us that the density is proportional to the product of the distance of that point from the major and minor axes. This is your point P, right? We have to take the distance from this point from the major and minor axes. And this density is equal to the product of that distance. So the density is proportional to the product of the distances, that is x into y. One of the distances is x and another is y. So the product is xy. And because this density is proportional to this product, so we can write this density to be equal to a constant k into this xy, where k is a constant of proportionality. For this area O and B, x varies from 0 to a, right? And y varies from 0 to the point on this ellipse, right? And from here we get the value of y to be as plus minus 1 minus x square divided by a square under the root into b. And because the point is in your first quadrant, so let me take y to be positive. So here x varies from 0 to a and y varies from 0 to, 1 minus x square divided by a square under the root into b, right? Okay, let center of gravity be g x bar y bar, right? And we need to find x bar and y bar. Then the value for x bar is equal to double integration of x rho dx dy divided by double integration of rho dx dy. Because I am having the limits of x to be constant, so I need to write dx after dy. So this is dy dx. It also in the denominator also dy dx. Because the limits of x are constant, so the integration with respect to x should be the outer integral. And the limits of y is from 0 to b into square root of 1 minus x square by a square. What is rho? It is k into xy, right? So writing here rho to be as k into xy, which becomes k into x square y. And in the denominator also rho is kxy, where k is a constant of proportionality. So taking these k outside of these integrals and then cancelling these. We need to integrate this integrand with respect to y. Because we need to integrate this with respect to y, so x square is constant for the inner integral. So taking x square outside of this inner integral, and also from the denominator, let's take x outside of this inner integral. So writing here x square and here x. Let's integrate this inner integral first. Alright, integration of y with respect to y is y square by 2. So this is y square by 2 and the limits from 0 to b into square root of 1 minus x square over a square, and here we are having dx divided by 0 to a x. Also integrating y with respect to dy is same, so this is y square by 2 dx. Putting the upper limit, we get b square by 2 into 1 minus x square by a square minus the lower limit, which is 0. Similarly for the denominator, so this is from 0 to a integration of x square. So this is b square into a square minus x square divided by 2a square divided by from 0 to a x into b square into a square minus x square divided by 2a square dx. Now b square and 1 divided by 2a square and 1 divided by 2a square, these are constants. So taking outside and cancelling these, we get a square minus x square in the numerator and a square minus x square in the denominator. Alright, let's multiply this x square inside this bracket and also this x inside this bracket. We get integration from 0 to a of x square a square minus x to the power 4 dx divided by from 0 to a. When we multiply this x inside, we get a square x minus x cube. So this is a square x minus x cube dx. Integrating x square with respect to x, we get a square into x cube divided by 3 minus integrating this with respect to x, we get x5 divided by 5 and the limits from 0 to a. Similarly, in the denominator, integrating this with respect to x, we get a square into x square divided by 2 minus integrating this with respect to x, we get x4 divided by 4 and the limits from 0 to a. When we put this upper limit, we get a square into a cube divided by 3, that becomes a the power 5 divided by 3 minus a the power 5 divided by 5. Putting the lower limit, we get 0. And in the denominator, putting the upper limit, we get a square into a square by 2, that is a the power 4 divided by 2 minus a the power 4 divided by 4 minus putting the lower limit, we get 0. 0 minus 0, that is 0. So this is equal to 2 into a the power 5 divided by 15, and in the denominator we get a the power 4 divided by 4, that is 4 divided by a the power 4. So this cancelled out, we get a. So this is 8a divided by 15. So this is your x bar. Similarly, we can get the value of y bar. What is y bar according to the formula? It is double integration of y into rho dy dx divided by double integration of rho dy dx, where the limits of x are from 0 to a and the limits of y is from 0 to b into square root of 1 minus x square by a square. Just solving this same as before, and by symmetry we get the value of y bar to be equal to, yes, 8b divided by 15. X bar is 8a divided by 15. Y bar is 8b divided by 15. So from here the center of gravity is 8a divided by 15, 8b divided by